Computer. Good morning and welcome to the Namaste experience. I'm Reverend Penny Honey. It's my joy to be with you this morning. We have a room full of amazing light. I can hardly see yet. So welcome. And I know that is true for each of you in the Zoom room. Take a breath with me. We had a beautiful morning rain, didn't we, today? You could feel creation bathing in the luster in a really big copper bathtub. That's what I saw. The comfort of that, of knowing that we are connected. It's good to be us. Oh, thank you. I would have looked at the video and said, gosh, I wish I'd have moved that screen back. It doesn't leave a lot of room for flaw. I have a friend in Arizona. Her name is Bernice Lewis, and she's an amazing musician. And she wrote a song, and the title is Normal. It's a setting on the washing machine. I think she hit it. Anybody keeps saying when things get back to normal, when I get my rhythm, when I get locked in again. And then we look around and we see what we call chaos. And man, that can be irritating to those of us who don't like chaos. Now, I'm sure there's a whole group of you out there that does. And like I say, I want to have coffee with you. Normal. I think about places in my life that have looked normal. They're pretty easy to choose from because there aren't very many. It's not normal when James doesn't start the session. Something's not normal. Well, trust me, it is not normal. Right? And to hold that expectation around just most anything will usually lead us to a lot of disappointment, has been my experience. Today, what I'm inviting you into is this. Are you in a chaos consciousness or are you in a creation consciousness? And you know, in this community of non-duality, we wouldn't see any difference in that. But I gotta tell you, sometimes it feels a lot different to me. Chaos feels a little, shakes you up a little bit. And maybe there are different levels of chaos. Like this morning, I was in chaos because, you know, those beautiful people that bless our casas and keep them shiny and clean. They're coming today, and I always have to clean before they come. And I forgot to leave time. That's chaos at a very low level, but it's a little chaos. Yeah. Yesterday, I had furniture moved into my space upstairs. Ooh, it's starting to look like home. First out goes the big couch, in comes the small couch, out goes the chair, up comes the rocking chair, and my cat will tell you it was chaos. She said, I'm in the bathroom with the door closed. This is wrong. Everything about this is not normal. I, on the other hand, handled it beautifully. Chaos. It's a state of complete disorder and confusion as we normally define it. And it feels that way. Creation is the act of bringing something into existence. Yeah. And the expression of purpose or intent. That's creation. Man, we do some creating in that kitchen over there on Saturday mornings. Cooking up breakfast. Watching the eggs turn into something that caused people to say, wow, this is really good. That is creation, and 10 minutes before it was chaos. Yeah. So I don't know about you, but I'm hearing about a lot of chaos in the world. That's what I hear up north anyway. And even down south and across the planet. And all these places that just don't look normal. Now, my old self that would want to be in control of that just moves into meditation and moves into prayer. And those are tools that work. And 3 minutes later, I'm back in it, back in the chaos. Come on now, I'm not the only one in the room. Now, we do this. What if we got a new thought about chaos? What if we started seeing chaos as the power into creation, using its momentum to lift us to higher levels of creation? I have a saying, desperation leads to great levels of creativity. Now, I know somebody famous somewhere has said something like that. I didn't AI it. I don't know. So I apologize if I'm not giving credit where credit is due. But for me, I have many times created the opportunity to see how creative I could be as a result of what I saw as desperation. I am not alone. I am not alone in that. But in looking at chaos as something that can serve as the momentum into a higher level of creativity, I don't know, there's something real inspiring about that. There's something about that that moves me in a way that I get to show up. Sometimes really cool. There are times maybe not so much. And you get the couch up the staircase and you realize you got to take the feet off. Probably wasn't my best spiritual self, but we got it done. And now I can use that momentum to nest and to be in my space, to get comfortable in my life. As if that takes a lot of work in Ajijic, Mexico. Just have good shoes, sunscreen, and mosquito spray, and you're pretty well set. Because the rest is falling into place. The rest is becoming self-defining as I move from the chaos of no boxes still. As I move from the chaos of familiar, familiar, familiar to what the heck did she say? Yeah. Looks like chaos. And I'm not dismissing the chaos that we see in the world. It hurts. It's hard to see creation in that, isn't it? When it looks like nothing but destruction. Pablo Picasso said this, all creation begins with destruction. Now, that's not meant to be heavy. I want you to think into our new definition of chaos. Our new definition of chaos, that is to inspire us into creation. It doesn't feed those babies, but it will open someone's mind as to how to get it done. It doesn't stop the bombs, but it will open hearts when we redefine what we see as chaos to make better decisions. At least that's been my experience. Although I am so very young, you might not want to trust that. And chaos isn't new, is it? It's not something new on the planet. We're pretty familiar with it. I would say at one point in my life, I was a chaos mongo. Made me feel alive, and I could be so creative, and I could make decisions, and I could make things move, and yeah. And I'm not saying that's such a bad feeling. I like that feeling. I like it a little better at this pace, though, I'll tell you. My adrenals like it a lot better at this pace. Chaos consciousness. I am sure the ego has stock in that, trying to convince us that it's a negative thing. saying, look, if I make all this noise and all this over here, you'll be distracted and you won't see the good in the world and you might miss the blessings in your life. And now I'm in charge. And I'm going to say it again. Come on over here, ego. I got news for you. We're going to create something amazing in our lives and in this world. That's what we're going to do. Come on over here now. I'm going to help you see through the illusion that there is anything but good. Now, I don't mean you have to see it right now, because some days I don't, I won't, I won't. Because I'm going to let that serve me too. At least that's my excuse when I've been a real stinker. All is the divine, the formless, and the form are one reality, seen by different eyes. Suri Aurobindo. Seen through different eyes. It's only what we're asked into, only every day. I wish I could figure out some clever new way to say that. See through different eyes. Open your heart. I'm going to use that one too. Be your divine self. Dang it, I say that more times than I should. So maybe there isn't a clever way to say that, because I think it's what we have to experience. I think that's what we have to do. We have to experience and be present to. That's news, isn't it? That we have to be present to. The ego would like for us to think chaos creates a separation. Let's fool it. Let's fool it. Let's be fools, right? Let's be fools and fool it. That that's just not true. That we are one with all creation and so is everyone else. Even those people that really irritate me. In fact, especially them. Let me know that the momentum in everything that is being and doing and that is being created around me is held in highest consciousness. Because, you know, I don't care what you call it. Like I would tell my people in Flagstaff, hi people in Flagstaff, I still see you as mine. I'd say, call it God, call it Buddha, give me a name. What's it? Allah. Allah, call it Allah. Give me a name. What do you want to call it? No, seriously. What do you want to call the divine in your life? I am. I am. Call it that. I don't care what you call it Ethel. But call on it often. That's all. Just call on it often. It is you. You are it. How many times do we say that every morning? Seriously. I want to be in that place that it is safe for all to know that. And I'm going to use that phrase, divine nature, again. It's safe to be in our divine nature when we see all of creation working to our advantage. And not just my advantage. Sometimes I have to remember that. It's also to their advantage. It's to our advantage. It's just working that direction all the time. I think what starts to happen is we move into random acts of kindness and we move into a higher level of consciousness. And, we connect better. We say nicer things. We give thanks for the couch that won't go through the door because you have a new couch. And we see people that are making decisions that we don't agree with is doing what they are called into in that given moment. And it is all God. And it is an illusion if I think those choices are separating me from the whole of goodness. And like we talked about, acceptance doesn't have to mean agreement. I start to accept that there is divine love in this. If I'm going to say there is only love, I don't get to be picky when that's true. I don't get to be selective. I get to say it's all love. And the chaos is love. And the creation is love. And you are the expression of that. That just feels very right to me. Today, tomorrow, maybe it'll feel different. But that doesn't change it. That's me changing. See? Because it is the all, the absolute, the infinite. It is. And I am. And you am. If we think and desire a world that is predictable, we have a saying where I'm from. We have a lot of sayings where I'm from. You're pushing rope uphill. That's what you're trying to do. You're pushing rope uphill because we live in a world that was built to transform, just like we were built to transform. Look around. Just the rain itself has transformed this place, this amazing place. We are built to transform. And we are built to transform into what we've always been. See, now that's where it gets a little tricky, doesn't it? How does that work? I don't know. Maybe that isn't mine to figure out. Maybe I'll just create some chaos so I don't have to think about it. No, you guys would never do that. Right? And then we hear something and our little brain starts running off because I had it all figured out what it was going to look like. Sometimes I'm right. Most of the time, not. We are people of creation. So there's going to be some destruction in this chaos and in this creation. Some days we're going to like it. Some days we're not. I wrote this morning. Breathe into those moments and see the creation that is waiting to be expressed right there. Breathe into these moments and see the creation that is waiting to be expressed right there. Such a joy. I have to be one of the most blessed people you know. And Vicki, I would appreciate you continuing to bless us like I know you will.
Oh, Penny, thank you so much. Reverend Penny, so nice to see you always in that hot seat. And welcome everybody. Hello, everyone. I just want you to know, I'm looking at every one of you. I missed you all. I really missed you all. It's so fun to come home. And really, thanks for putting on your camera. And as love would have it, your topic this morning played perfectly, synchronistically into what Alan, who's right here in the room with us on Zoom, and I were talking about this morning about, you asked, what's God's name to me? Think about that, everybody, because God's name to me, and it turns out to Alan too, is, ready? Fun. God's a lot of fun, and nobody knows it. That was the biggest thing I got as a kid when I would be in the bathroom with my sisters talking about, oh me, oh my, this and that. We say God's fun, and nobody knows it. How are we going to have everybody know it? God's a lot of fun. God's middle name is fun. And to this day, that's what we say to each other. As soon as this, what looks like some seeming trauma, Don't forget, God's middle name is fun. How are we going to find that out? Anyway, I love you all. And we have been called to that. There are many that are called to very sobering paths where they do sit for hours and sometimes lifetimes on mountaintops or in caves meditating and stuff. We're not as prone to that. We're called to give parties and to play and to just be free form being. And but what it brought to my mind immediately was the difference between creative consciousness and chaos consciousness. Do you know what it is to me? It's the difference between resistance, bam, and what is it? I had it in my head. Resist, either resist, or rhythm, music, flowing. You're either flowing or bam, you got stuck somewhere. Now, it's really simple. If you happen to look at the Course in Miracles or many other things, they all say the same thing because truth is true, no matter what you call it. A rose is a rose. As soon as this part of our mind starts trying to quantify things, categorize things, fix them up in a certain way, bam, that's resistance. That's called judgment. Resistance is judgment, no matter what it is. It's a judgment that halts the natural flow of rhythm. Rhythm moves. And any of you, I don't know if Chris is here this morning, I hope you are. Chris puts together the best dance experience Wednesday nights, 9 p.m. New York time. If you guys want to come, Judy was there, Doreen was there, I was there, because it's the message expressing freely. He puts up the words to his songs, and we just dance because dance is rhythm, not resistance. Rhythm moves, rhythm gives. Rhythm doesn't have a prediction of what the next step is going to be. Rhythm is the movement of love in us, giving of itself. It's really that simple. And whenever we halt the giving, oh, I can do this, but you can't. I'm going to go, but you can't come. As soon as we try to organize whatever it is that's given us to express, we bump it. We bump into the resistance. This is my newest prop. I got a toy because God is fun, you know. So I had ordered all these toys because I want to remember, stay in rhythm, stay in flow. This is one of the kids' fidget rings. I try to get things that kids will like. Stay in rhythm, stay in flow. Love gives. It gives and gives and gives. It doesn't organize and then assess and then come back and forth. We do that when we put a cap on love. If we let love go freely, and I promise you this, because I've done it in business, in health, in my life everywhere. Love has its own set of order, and it will bring into natural order by grace whatever it is that we're involved in. We don't have to set up the contingency plans. We just need to be the open vessels of the flow of love. It's really that simple. So this morning I was on the deck and I was remembering something about my dad. And Louis was quite a hot ticket. Louis was very much like Nisargadatta, you know, standing on the corner with a cigarette butt of a store that sells cigarettes and who knows what. Louis was a lot like that. He was this wild and holy man. He was the setup in our family for early lessons that I never needed to learn later in life, but I learned in my own backyard. But one of the things, and I'll just take this out of context, one of the things that happened, this was maybe 35 years ago. We had a big house. Teddy and I had this big house in Scituate near the water. It was wonderful. And we had maybe 60 guys from all over the place. We had just met all the guys from Wisconsin, all the guys that were with the master teacher, right? And a bunch of them had come back to Boston, and we had a party and said, come and meet them all. But in those days, we slept 30 people. So we had 30 people sleeping and living there, plus all these people from Wisconsin and whoever else came. Anyway, so we're up upstairs. There's a big gathering room upstairs. We're upstairs in this room, and one of the guys is talking about waking up and the world's not real, and everybody's very attentive. What is this? Who is this master teacher? Let's all listen and let's find out what waking up is. And everyone's so like, we're into it, we're serious. And Louis, got to be 65 or more, smoked all his life, could barely go up a flight of stairs, went up 3 flights of stairs with 3 boxes of Dunkin' Donuts, goes upstairs, sees 60 people all sitting there somber and serious. And he says, what the hell are you guys doing? He says, it's a gorgeous day. It's beautiful. What are you doing sitting up here in this attic? Go outside and play. You got a swimming pool. You got trees. You got this. You got that. And he's going on and on. He ended up talking. He's never done this in his life for about 45 minutes. His first language is Arabic. He didn't, he went to the 6th grade in school, but he lives in the flow. As crazy as some of the incidents that happened, Louis lived in the flow, and he recognized it when we did or we didn't. And seeing all these guys that are supposed to be spiritual sitting in an attic upstairs and it's 75, 80 degrees out, and he's saying, you guys are nuts. What are you doing here? And that's what I say to myself all the time. Don't be serious. Don't go to be heavy and think this is a lot of work. God is love. There's nothing more flowing than love. Nothing. And it takes every variety. The only error is to think that we're in charge. And the solution is always, oh my God, thank God, God's in charge. And he's a lot of fun. Don't forget his tagline, because so many people have thought, oh no, if I surrender to God, I'm going to have to go, work in the missions in South Africa, or I'm going to have to go here, go there. And that's not what it is at all. When God takes us, but it's a full take. You want to move from chaos consciousness to creative consciousness in a blink, in a twinkling of an eye. This is not about process. This is not about working things out. Let me handle this. Don't handle anything. Do the whole universe a favor. Handle nothing. Get out of the way. You want to switch? Twinkling of an eye. Okay, God, I'm all yours. You show me whatever you want, I'll go with it. I'm not resisting anyone or anything. I'm including everyone and everything. And my life is here to give. I'm here to love. I'm not here to get anything, not anybody's love, not anybody's attention, not anybody's approval. I'm only here to love. God's a lot of fun. Loving is a lot of fun. So that's the difference for me. And dancing, singing, what did we talk about? Sing, dance, pray, play, and rest. All of those things. Celebrate with ease, with grace, the nature that we are. Love and give freely. Whatever you've got in your hand, give it away, because there's plenty more. That storehouse is unending. So you guys, I love you all. Thank you very much. Is Scott going to sing, Penny?
Thank you, Vicki.
Thank you,
Scott,
Penny.
join us up here, or we're pretty close to the end. Maybe you can after we complete. So today I would like you to go into your day, if you so choose, with this thought: I embrace my creation consciousness. And so it is. To that we say, Amen, 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 y punto. Thank you for being with us.